What's up, y'all? It's your boy ADNS all day, and I'm up in the spot. Finna talk about real things like I always do. Talk about some video game talk today, right? Standing up too, because I don't feel like sitting down for this one. But this video, though, man, is basically finna be about what I think about the Nintendo Switch and how it's been doing for the past year, and what I think about the system in itself and what's going on. Because honestly, I feel like the Switch, yeah, it does seem like a unique system, but compared to other companies, and compare in the fact, and also in the fact that this company has been around for so long, but is just trying to give y'all barely nothing, is why I'm finna speak on what I really think about this. Because honestly, I think the Switch is not all that, y'all. And don't be a fanboy hater, because a lot of people on here just gonna jump up and hate me like, oh, you hate the Switch, you hate Nintendo, because that is not true. When I first started collecting video games, it did start with Nintendo. My first collections was a Wii, was a GameCube, was a Nintendo DS. That was my first collections, before I start moving on into other things. So I'm not a hater. I like Mario. I like Zelda. I like some of the Nintendo games. I like the fact that it is different than the other systems. So, but let's be honest, compared to other systems, Nintendo to be offering y'all a week, pretty much a week tablet for $300. I mean, not giving y'all no sales for this system. How's it a year later? The price has not dropped any. They give you the system with these messed up controllers on the side that are real messed up and fluky. Seem like they're less made. Seem like they have less money and quality putting into an Xbox One or a PlayStation 4 controller. But they're charging you all this money. So they give you whack controllers on purpose. Then so you can go out and spend more money on another super expensive controller that should have already been with the system. This don't make no sense. So like they got that. It's just sad to me. Like, so Nintendo got y'all so hooked that they're literally giving you nothing for something, and y'all still like them and support them. What is so right? What is so right about a darn a Switch system that's basically weaker than a Vita? What is so right? What is so right about Nintendo Switch being out for a year and all there is ports from other games on it? Nintendo Switch barely has any games on it that's just Nintendo Switch. And the ones that are on it that are pretty much the same old games that you used to seeing. Mario, Zelda. The same stuff that you keep constantly seeing. I mean, and again, I'm not a hater. I do like Mario. Don't get me wrong. And I do like how they switch it up, and it still seems a little interesting. But to be offering so much money for the same old stuff for so long and not really giving us what we really should get, it doesn't make no sense how Nintendo been a company for so long, but they acting like they know the least. It doesn't make no sense how Nintendo will give y'all a 32 GB system while all the older generations of PlayStation 4 and Xbox One, which are older systems, came with at least 500. That does that make any? But Nintendo's so right though, right? To me, that's the reason why the Wii sold so much. Because yes, the Wii was not the best system at the time, but at least it was cheap, and at least it had a decent price. Now Nintendo is pretty much doing the same old crap they've been doing since the Wii, but now slapping real prices on it as if it's just as good as the other systems, which is not. Man, they really know that y'all Nintendo people are just gonna buy it because it say Nintendo. I'm finna make another video soon talking about the NES Classic and the Super NES Classic again. I'm finna make a video talking about It's Mighty Strange how people hype that up, but don't nobody talk about it no more. Everybody's on the Switch. Oh, that's another video coming because it just shows how Nintendo got y'all. What I mean, this just don't make no sense to me, man. It really doesn't make no sense how Nintendo is literally getting away with giving y'all crap. With giving y'all crap, man. I mean, come on, man. What's so special about something that can go around with you? I mean, we already got phones. We already got tablets. This is nothing new. There's already phones and tablets that run better than the Switch, but you're telling me you're excited about a Switch because it says Nintendo on it? You telling me you excited about Switch because you could go play Mario Odyssey? Like there isn't already a whole bunch of really good Mario games out already as we can speak. Haven't Mario been coming out since the early 90s, 80s? Come on, here we are in 2018 and people acting like they ain't never seen Mario. And again, I like Mario, okay? But I'm not, I'm not going to just be like, oh, I like them so much so I can't see what they do wrong. Because that's one thing you should never do in this world. Never be up something's butt so much that you can't see what wrong is doing. You know, you like Nintendo so much you can't see how they're playing y'all and how they're really just milking y'all for y'all money because they know you gonna buy it and they know y'all gonna sit there and stun it as if it's a better system than the Xbox One or the freaking PlayStation 4. It doesn't make any sense how Xbox they knew they're newer to the console generation, but can make a better system than Nintendo. And they ain't even Xbox hasn't even been around that long. Microsoft ain't been around. I mean, yeah, computer, but I'm talking about in the gaming industry. They ain't really been doing this for as long as some of these other people. This is just absurd, man. I really do find it absurd. I'm sorry, but it's like, come on, man. A switch is a switch, but don't treat it like it's something more. You know, I really do got that feeling in my head that people just went out and just bought the switch because it was new, and people like new things. You know, people just like how people go out and gotta have all the new iPhones for no reason just to have them. People just, oh, I got a switch, so everybody can look up to me and say, oh, he got a switch. He got something new. He got something that's worth some money. Not saying the older games ain't worth money, but we all know these Switch games ain't cheap. Then they charge you all this money for the little card, the SD cards that go up in there. How they gonna give you a 30G? How they gonna give you a 32 GB system and then charge it for $300? How are they gonna do that? Then you look at the system and it looked cheaply made. Like the system really does not look like it was really made that well. It doesn't. It's a shame how you got people walking around here talking about some, man, I own more copies of the game, digital copies than actual copies I own. Which just shows how they ain't crap on the dang system. Shows that. And I wouldn't even waste all my money on something that's not even real. Especially not no game. Rare would I do that. Rare. I wouldn't just keep buying unreal games that if I one day I get broke, I can't sell them, you know. Oh man, I'm broke one day. I can't sell my games because they're all fake and they're not real. You know? I mean, that because this is what it seems like to me. It seems like Nintendo is just catering to this new age of, oh, I gotta have a phone and a tablet in my hand. I gotta have something at all times in my hand that can do this and that, even though it really can't do this and that. You know, I mean, the internet is not even that good. Like, it doesn't even have as great internet as other systems. It don't. But y'all still like it and love it. Y'all still love your Nintendo Switch. I don't understand why y'all got so geeked about Legend of Zelda when it's already out on the Wii way beforehand. I don't know why y'all getting so geeked over games that's already been out for years, but since they come to the Switch, y'all want to act like it's cool. I can't believe there's people out here that already own some of these games on other systems, but just because it came out on a high-ass, new-ass Switch, now they want to buy it. Like Bayonetta 2. That game been out. People been beat that game. But oh, it's on the Switch now. I'm gonna buy it so I can play it on the Switch. Does that make any sense? It's like it's just proof people got money to toss away, man. People just don't. People will spend their money on anything when they got it. And you know, a lot of people don't realize this until they're broke and they're hurting. And once they're down, then they realize like, whoa, I wasted all my money on this Nintendo stuff. Cause when you got money, it's like you don't really see what you do wrong. Cause you gonna always think you got money. But once things go bad, you'll see like, oh man, buying all this Switch stuff is terrible. They're not even trying to give us sales. They're not even trying to give us deals. Nintendo ain't even really trying to give us much of nothing, to be honest. Got all y'all buying Switches like this is the coolest thing ever when it's the most underpowered system out of all the systems. The most underpowered. The least amount of freaking third party games, really. And y'all geek over it. Stop. I mean, it's okay to like Nintendo for what it is, but do not act like you are so obsessed with it. Do not act like, oh, this system is the greatest. Let me end this video with this, because let's talk about the sales. Because another thing I don't like how in the world How in the world, just because the system sold well, people think it's a better system than what it is. Like, the only reason why the Nintendo system sold well is because it's new, y'all. We ain't seen a new system in a while. And you know, people are hungry to buy new stuff. People are hungry to get the new thing, the new item, just like the cell phones and everything else. People don't care about quality. They just want it because it's new, just so they can be like, oh, I got the new Switch, because everybody knows somebody go have a Switch. Everybody knows, like, oh, that person got some money, or that person done spent something. He got a Switch. I'm telling you, that's the reason why people buying it. Well, not everyone. I know some real people out here that understand it, and they actually probably bought it just to check it out and realize it's not all what it's cracked up to be. You know, we got people out here hyping up the Switch, but know darn well that is not the main system they play. And the only reason why the Switch sold so well is because the price is so damn high. So just think about it. They done already made their money over the Wii because the Switch cost way more than the Wii. But people kept buying it anyways, and buying controllers and buying this just because it's freaking new. That's the only reason why y'all bought it. That's sad for a system to come out and barely have any games for it when it come out, and a year later still barely have any real games for it. Sad. And Nintendo supposed to be a real good company, but you see, they don't care. They hit titles that should have been out. People had to almost wait a year for that new Super Mario game, knowing darn well that should have been out when the game first came out, just like back in the day. See, now they getting y'all before the games are even done. How they gonna discontinue the Wii U because they realized y'all didn't fall for that? Then say F it when you know they would have kept working on it if y'all would have fell for it, but then moved to the Switch and then y'all go. And now they're like, aha, we got them with the Switch now. Yeah, we got them with something that's even more expensive. That's even more higher. And I'm be honest, people only up talking and kissing his butt because it sold well. Not because it's a good system. Not because it deserves what it sold. Only because it's Nintendo. That's it. So now people are like, oh, well, it sold well. It's a good system. Like, no, it's not. It's still crap compared to the other systems. So stop trying to act like it's going somewhere and doing something, when the only reason why people buying it anyway is because it is new. People ain't buying the Switch because, oh my God, this is the best system. Hell nah. Knowing damn well most of all the good games that people playing right now are not on the damn Switch. Not on the damn Switch. It's so damn strange how I see grown men getting geeked over a damn Switch, but I see all the little kids wanting to play Grand Theft Auto and Call of Duty and all the realer games that ain't on the Switch really. But the grown men, they want they Mario. You know, they want this and that. You see, even the kids don't want that shit unless you force them into playing that shit. But I'm done. I just can't believe people are just so into a Nintendo Switch when it's not even all that. If I ever get a Switch, just know it better be a super duper deal or a super duper come up. I wouldn't even spend $200 on the Switch. I wouldn't. I'll probably barely spend $150 for real, just to show you why. Why spend $200 on that when I can go get me some stuff for the Xbox or the PlayStation, or maybe something for my old Nintendo like my GameCube or my Wii or something like that, DS or something. Skip that Switch. Got these people brainwashed, man. Sad how they got y'all falling for this system, man. Knowing, and it's sad how all these fanboys attack people knowing they wrong. It's sad how people just can't admit when they wrong, so they keep pushing it and getting mad when people tell the truth. Like I told you, I was a Nintendo collector before anything. So for y'all should appreciate the fact I will come out here and tell the truth instead of, oh, I collect 10 Nintendo, so let me shut up about it. People make mistakes, and people need to learn to acknowledge their mistakes and move on instead of trying to run away from their mistakes.